Evening.
I know you don't like to think about players, but tonight, little bit hard what you said you will.
Yeah, well, he rescued a point for us in the 96th minute with an excellent goal. So there's no doubt where the headlines will end up, and deservedly so. I think that he threatened that goal on several occasions beforehand. Joe Hart had an excellent game in goal for West Ham and made certain that it went to the 96th minute with them still in the lead. But I still think that the goal, a very good goal, we're grateful that Wilf got that shot away. I still think it's scant reward personally for the 90 minutes football. I don't think that the play of the first half, where I don't think we were anywhere near as good as we were in the second half, merited that we went in 2-0 down. And in the second half, I think the domination and the number of times we had the ball in and around the penalty area, the shots at goal, the corner kicks, etc., etc. I think that the fact that we did get those 2 goals is nothing more than the team deserved.
Well, I know it's only a point, but does that feel sweeter perhaps than the win against Chelsea, given the circumstances?
Yeah.
Galvanised you now
Yeah.
going forward?
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, a good observation. I don't know that I would go quite as far as to say that is it sweeter than the win against Chelsea. I mean, for a start, that's 3 points, and also that's a victory at home against the champions of England. But I do think that it showed me that this team has got more character maybe than as sometimes that they've sometimes been credited with. I think it would have been very easy at half-time for people to feel a bit sorry for themselves, to feel that how on earth can we be 2-0 down in a game like this? That's not fair. But of course, when you've been in football and you work in football, you've got to come away from what's fair and what's just and what's deserved, because it's a game, it's not a science. You don't always get what you think you deserve. The team that dominates the game doesn't always win the game. The team that has the most shots at goal will only win the game if theirs go in and the other teams don't. So I thought it was a strong performance in the second half to put that 2-0 behind us, to get out and do what we did, to eventually come back and be able to say we got a point from this game, and a point that we deserved. And I'm hoping that it will give a little bit of confidence, a little bit of security in the minds of these players, who know that even when things are going against us luck-wise, we can still come out and turn it around. And once again, I thought the fans, it's a very important day for the football club and all of us who work at a football club with regard to the fans, because I don't think I've very often been involved in a football match which goes to the 95th, 96th minute with the home team losing and have virtually nobody leave the stadium. And then to have the players cheered off the field in the way they were cheered off the field. That speaks volumes, really, for our fans. And if we're going to survive this season, in the next 28 games, we're going to need that help time and time again. We got it against Chelsea, we've got it again today.
Well, what was the problem with Ronaldo?
Well, yeah, it's an early one. Things aren't exactly going our way. To lose Mamadou Sakho, to lose James MacArthur from the team that played the previous 2 games and played well in those 2 games. That was a blow, we thought. Then Van Aanholt to damage his hamstring. I can't tell you exactly how bad the damage is. That will have to be assessed, but it's obviously damaged his hamstring. We've got to hope that maybe it's not too bad, the damage, but we won't know that until he's had a scan, of course. And have to rearrange the team like we did. To be fair, I think that also shows that there's a lot of character out there. And, you know, all teams at the bottom of the table, they need 2 things. They need character and they need ability. You know, character alone won't help you survive. Ability alone might not help you survive either, because teams have gone down with a lot of very, very capable players. But I think with the ability and the type of performances that we've given in the last 3 matches and the character we've shown, I think I've got every right to sit here in front of you and show some degree of confidence.
What's Sakho's injury?
Mamadou Sakho, calf injury. It was after the Newcastle game. He hasn't trained all week. He's been in the treatment room. We've been hoping desperately up to the last moment that he would have a Lazarus moment and appear from the treatment room and straight onto the field, but of course that wasn't going to happen. And James MacArthur got a strange ankle injury in the match against Newcastle. You know, no one, not a tackle, no one was actually that close to him when it happened. And that again will take a little bit longer, but I wouldn't rule either of those two out of the game against Spurs. We've got 8 days, so let's see what can happen there.
You know what sparked the sort of scenes at the end when Mark Noble had really...
Didn't see it, I was in the dressing room.
Well, there's a lot of optimism after the Chelsea result, but then 2 defeats. I mean, how do you ensure the momentum gets carried?
What 2 defeats? What 2 defeats you talking about? What 2 defeats you talking about? And what 2 defeats you talking about? You're not talking about the Bristol City one, are you? That wasn't this team, was it? That was a totally different team. I mean, when you play up at Newcastle and give a very good performance, losing the 85th minute to a ball which actually ricochets off somebody's head when your players headed it out, you can feel yourself a bit unlucky. And then, of course, what we did, we took a big risk. We sent a totally different team because, you know, I knew I wanted the team that had played against Chelsea and Newcastle to play in this game. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's 4 points out of the 9. I think we're a little bit unlucky not to have got at least 5 points out of the 9 because at Newcastle we deserved at least a point from that game. So I'm actually taking quite a lot of heart. In the Bristol City game, I just have to put that to one side. It was an opportunity for some younger players, some players that we haven't seen a lot of, to really make their mark. They didn't, obviously, because we got beat. But again, that was another one. You know, that was 4-1 with 5 shots at goal. As a matter of interest.
Just a quick question on Nia Kirby, who's just helping them win the
Excellent.
Is that player you've been aware of since you've been here, and what do you make of
I know of him, of course. I mean, listen, since I've been at the club, I've had my hands full trying to deal with the 20-odd players that were presented to me as the professional players at the club. I haven't, as yet, been able to look down to the under-17 level to see what's there, because I very much doubt that we could throw an under-17 into our situation at the moment. But I'm delighted for him, delighted for England. I think it's very good reward for the good work that's been going on at St George's Park for a number of years now, certainly all the time I was with England, so 5, 6 years. I think the clubs and the academy systems of the club deserve to take a lot of credit, because now we are producing players who are as technically proficient, as athletic, as the type of teams we're meeting in these World Cup competitions at the age groups of under 17, under 20, under 19s, under 21s. They've all done well, but it's hats off. Delighted for Nia. I shall look forward to congratulate him in person when he returns from India, and I shall of course take a close interest in him, but my interest in the academy and the younger players will grow in relation to the amount of time I'm here and the amount of time I can spend with the first team. Anyone else?
Thank
you very much.